Bitcoin hit $1 trillion market cap this year. This has inspired some Bitcoin operations to expand, especially in the wake of the recent government crackdown of miners in China. The ban on mining in China has caused a mass exodus to the United States, to Russia, and to any other areas where mining facilities are available. Welcome to Rockdale, Texas, America's new crypto mining hub. This building that's directly behind me, inside of the buildings we have this shelving that's 1,000 feet long, 20 feet tall, and there are just miner after miner after miner after miner. We went inside North America's largest Bitcoin mine to understand how it works and its energy footprint. What is a miner? It is a small computer. They call it an ASIC miner. It is made to solve problems, and when they solve that problem, it feeds into the Bitcoin network. When it feeds into the Bitcoin network, you receive a reward. To help us understand crypto's reward system a little better, we spoke to blockchain expert Bettina Warburg. That's what mining is. It's a process by which people are contributing computing power and earning a reward for essentially participating in this process that secures a network. Everybody's using the same software that allows them to connect together and participate in a governance structure that's shared. It seemed like only yesterday that one person with a handful of computers crunching numbers in their apartment could make money from mining Bitcoin. So how do we go from there to here? Just like with many industries, you start small. The guy in the garage started the process. He mined Bitcoin. I believe the reward was around 50 Bitcoin for every block reward. Now it is at 6.25 in some ways. Cost equals energy expenditure. This is just the nature of technology. We see updates and innovation and people driving margin and driving their cost of operation down in order to reap the greatest reward. So you get mining operations that happen in places where power is less expensive. Typically mining operations go where energy is cheap. Right now Texas has some of the lowest kilowatt-hour prices in America. That's due in part to a deregulated energy market, which means several providers compete to snag big customers like Windstone. There's environments like Iceland, Russia, China, Canada. Areas like Iceland and Canada have a cooler environment. There's probably less dust in those areas. The miners run at a cooler temperature. Cryptocurrency is about the low-cost provider. Texas is becoming a hotbed for other cryptocurrency facilities. In fact, Shenzhen-based Bitmining is coming to Texas, and Beijing-based Bitmain, a company that designs circuit chips for Bitcoin mining, is moving into the decaying aluminum plant down the road from Windstone. According to the Oak Ridge Institute for Science and Education, $1 worth of Bitcoin takes 17 megajoules of energy to mine. That's more than double the amount of energy it took back in the day to mine $1 worth of copper, gold, and platinum. The machines require more power, and more power requires larger capacity, bigger transformers, higher voltage. Ultimately, the energy intensiveness comes from the fact that solving these mathematical puzzles is challenging, and you have to expend a certain amount of compute power against it to be the fastest one to actually solve the puzzle, and putting as much computational energy into that challenge as possible increases your ability to actually win. It's intentionally inefficient. Each building is 100 megawatts. For each 100 megawatt building, you can fit 30,000 new ASIC miners in it. In a Bitcoin mine, the consumption is basically taken by the miners. Each miner has about 3,000 watts that it's pulling. An older miner, an older generation, the S9, which was released in September 2017, was only pulling 13.50. The miners now are at 3,000. So at capacity, this facility will have 750 megawatts of electricity flowing through it, enough to power 150,000 Texas homes during peak demand. That's a lot of juice. How do they manage to keep all those miners cool? Our ideal goal is to keep the ambient temperature around 81 degrees. There's a lake about a mile from here, and so underground we have a 8-inch line with 1,000 GPM pump, where we pump literally the water through this mile-long pipe into the facility, and it actually goes into